Most media companies are fighting AI, but the New York Times just partnered with it. Why would one of the biggest names in journalism license its content to Alexa, an AI that could easily summarize them out of existence? Let me explain more in this video. Hi there, I'm Jason Patel, the co-founder and CEO of OpenForge AI, and we help your business get noticed by ChatGPT and other AI search engines. And don't forget to like and subscribe. You'll get the latest tips, strategies, and guides on how to increase your AI brand visibility and 10x your marketing in the age of AI. Let's get started. So what did the New York Times actually do? Recently, the New York Times signed a licensing agreement with Amazon. The deal gives Amazon's AI assistant, Alexa, permission to use New York Times content directly in its answers. That includes news summaries, daily briefings, and possibly even full excerpts delivered via voice. The New York Times is also creating custom daily Alexa briefings, curated by its journalists, so Alexa users can hear a New York Times edition of their news every day. This is a massive shift because it's not just content distribution, it's direct integration with AI. And it raises the obvious question, why would the same company that sued OpenAI now turn around and partner with Amazon? I'll get to that, but first let's talk about what Amazon gets out of this. So what Amazon wants is a smarter Alexa. Amazon's Alexa has been in homes for nearly a decade. I have one. But let's be honest, it's been a glorified kitchen timer for most people. Now with AI assistants like ChatGPT and Gemini in the spotlight, Amazon needs Alexa to level up. They want Alexa to do the following. So understand real-time news, deliver rich, trustworthy answers, and feel like a personalized smart assistant, not a toy or a kitchen timer or an alarm clock, which it is right now. So they made a smart move. Get premium content from a premium source. That gives Alexa access to breaking news, political briefings, business and economy updates, cultural stories as well. Instead of generic answers, Alexa can now say, according to the New York Times, and that phrase alone adds instant credibility, regardless of how you feel about the Times and how its journalism has been these past couple years. And anyway, this is all important in the AI wars where trust is the battleground, regardless of how you perceive trust on the publication. So why did the Times say yes? It comes down to visibility, revenue, and control. Number one is revenue. While we don't know the exact terms, this is almost certainly a multi-million-dollar deal. It gives the New York Times a new income stream without ad traffic or subscriptions. And admittedly, the New York Times has done a wonderful job in staying alive and thriving in the age of social media. The second thing is distribution. This puts the New York Times content in Alexa devices across the world. And this includes phones, smart speakers, Fire TVs, cars, and more. That's huge. Distribution is everything. Every second-time entrepreneur knows this. People might not click on a headline, but they'll hear the New York Times updates while brushing their teeth. Part 3 is brand reinforcement. Because the New York Times is their trusted voice behind answers, every time Alexa says, according to the New York Times, it reinforces their authority. And that's not just traffic, that's brand power in the AI era. Also, AI citations are the new clicks. So the real move here, the New York Times knows that in the AI era, clicks are being replaced by citations. If you're not cited or mentioned by AI systems, you're completely invisible. There is no page 2 in AI search. And that applies to news orgs, but also to brands, thought leaders, creators, local businesses, including yours. So AI assistants, whether it's Alexa, ChatGPT, Gemini, or even your refrigerator, they don't scroll websites. They summarize and synthesize. And that means that the brands that get cited are the ones that people will hear and notice. The ones that don't will vanish from public attention. And if you're never on there, you'll vanish forever. The New York Times is ensuring that it stays at the top of the AI food chain. This is also a bet on voice and ambient computing. Now, this deal isn't just about Alexa today, it's a long-term bet, which I give the New York Times credit for. The New York Times is betting on the future of ambient computing. So smart homes giving morning briefings, cars offering real-time updates during your commute, smart glasses narrating the news while you walk. It's all voice-first, AI-assisted, and invisible in the traditional internet sense. This partnership plants a flag in the ecosystem, and it's a very important and big flag. It ensures the New York Times is the voice behind these emerging platforms. They're not just adapting, they're engineering their place in the next internet. So what does this mean for other publishers? This move puts pressure on the rest of the media industry. The New York Times is the leader, and for good reason. Every publisher now faces 3 choices. Number 1, license your content. So partner with the AI platform directly, get paid, and stay cited, stay visible. 2, block access. Try to protect your IP. You might preserve your traffic for now, but you risk irrelevance as AI adoption grows. And for the record, I think this is an absolutely horrible idea. It's like a caveman refusing to embrace fire. Number 3 is do nothing. This is also the other bad choice. AI will still talk about your niche, it just don't mention you. Again, don't be a caveman who refuses to use fire. Adapt and learn. The New York Times obviously went with option one. They're not waiting for scraps, they're trying to take a front row seat. So what can you learn from this? This isn't just a publishing story, it's a marketing playbook for the AI age. So here's what to take away from the New York Times move in licensing the content to Alexa. Visibility now means citations, not search rank. That's okay, that's the new reality. You need your brand to be understood, trusted, and sourced by AI systems. And that means structuring your content for AI readability, getting mentioned in high authority sources, answering common queries in clear, concise ways, optimizing for voice, not just visual. Voice itself is going to be $1 trillion industry for AI. So you have to start asking, what would an AI say if someone asked about my brand? And more importantly, what would the AI cite or mention? If the answer isn't you or someone you've partnered with, you've got work to do. The New York Times didn't make this move lightly. They did it because they know AI distribution is the future. They want to own their narrative in AI ecosystems, and they're doing it first. It's when the New York Times is surviving and thriving in this time. They're smart enough to get paid for it. It's a masterclass in monetization, brand protection, strategic visibility, and in other words, they're not being replaced by AI, they're becoming part of it. They're adapting to it, and that's why they're going to do so well. Here's a summary FAQ of what I covered in this video. So why did the New York Times license its content to Amazon Alexa? To get paid, stay cited, and expand distribution across AI-powered platforms. So isn't the New York Times suing OpenAI, and why are they working with Amazon instead? Because OpenAI used their content without permission. Amazon offered a licensing partnership, controlled, monetized, and brand safe. How does this help their business? It increases brand exposure, gives them a say in how AI platforms use their content, and then builds authority in voice-based environments. What can marketers, brands, founders, and operators learn from all this? Start optimizing your brand for AI visibility. Citations, structured data, trustworthy content with a new currency. Think entity SEO. And what should you as a publisher do now? Follow the New York Times lead. Don't just protect content, monetize it, and integrate it into the next generation platforms. All right, that's it for this video. Hope I cleared things up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Jason Patel of Open4j AI, and we help your business get seen by ChatGPT and other AI search engines. I'll see you in the next video.